Normally, when I go shopping, I don't check my receipts. I never do. Well, this time it changed because sometimes when you bought something and you think the price is kind of in your price range, or you can't it's of a certain affordable price point, only for you to scan and then be told on the receipt that it's completely different, and then you get the shock of your life, like, damn, that's bad. Hello and welcome to Gladys Cake Kitchen, where I, Gladys Ania, talks about all things cake. Over here, you'll find yourself some tips, tricks, foolproof techniques, and well-tested recipes to help you along your baking journey. Occasionally, there would be a haul, chatty, and informative videos about your caking ingredients, tools, and equipment. So, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you for joining me. I'm excited to bring you today's video, which is a haul of items I shopped for both in store and online. I will be adding my price points and overall shopping experience both in store and online. Hopefully that should help improve your experience next time you go shopping. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. The first item I bought is an edible printer. I haven't actually looked at this item in detail because I wanted to save it for this video, obviously. But this morning I was tempted to open this item up only to check for an extra other item that I bought. So that's why the box is open. But this will be the very first time that I get to see the edible printer. The edible printer itself is the Canon TS5051 edible printer. It comes inclusive of ink, refillable cartridges, and 50 wafer paper. This all-inclusive price comes at $149.99. I bought this printer from Signal Inkjet, which is a trading name for DG Films. It was ordered on Tuesday the 27th of October, and by the Thursday the 29th of October, I had already received it. So the overall experience from shopping for it to this being delivered has been positive. But in the meantime, let's just see what exactly is in here. Besides this coming with 50 wafer paper, I also bought myself extra 25 icing sheets for edible printing. And the 25 extra that came from the same company, delivered on the same day by the same courier service, comes for $17.99. So overall, my price point for this edible printer and extra item is pushing nearly £180. So let's just have a look at what it is like. Okay, so here is the icing sheets. They are A4 25 icing sheets. So we're going to go into the box in here and see what is in there, because like I said, this is my first time looking into this box to see what exactly I bought myself. Okay, so there is the ink here. There are 250 milliliter black ink and 300 mils other colored ink. Obviously, there is the refillable cartridges here. There is about 4 of those, and the syringe for refilling them. Oh, okay. Wafer paper sheets. So there is 50 of those, which are packaged 25 in a bag each. So there are 2 of those, obviously adding up to 50. So that is the box of other items. Now let's get into the box itself. How am I going to do this? Let's try and figure this out. Okay, I am actually a very strong woman. Oh God, help me. Okay, right. I'm just hoping I don't smash this over. But there you have it. Can we just get rid of this brown stuff, right? Right, so here is the printer itself. Beautiful. Oh, it comes with mobile device printing, so it's wireless. You can copy and scan as well. What am I scanning? Edible stuff? Right. Well, if you're watching this video and you don't know what an edible printer is, it's basically a regular printer that is used for printing edible images. So let's have a look in here. So just to make it food safe and convenient when baking or decorating a cake, it is much easier to replicate photos in edible form so that it can be added to cake if you like. So you can literally print any and everything. It brings a very realistic touch to themed cakes and other forms of cake finishes. So this item will serve me very well, especially for children's cakes, which can come with so many characters. When you have to model items as part of a cake, the price point increases significantly. And quite frankly, not every customer may be able to afford a cake with modeled items or other expensive forms of design items that go on a cake. So an edible printer is a much easier and convenient way of bringing a theme to life and also helping making decorating very easy. Oh dear. So, right. So, this is the manual and the printer itself. I just wanted to bring it out just to show how pretty it looks. But it looks like I might just have to pass showing the entire printer, and then in a separate video when I am actually reviewing the use of it, I will be able to showcase the entire printer, because there's quite a range of items that I'd like to get through, and having to spend quite some time on this printer will take a lot of time. So I'm just going to move it to the side and then we'll get to the next item. Next items I picked up are from Amazon. If you haven't heard about Amazon, I don't know which rock you're hiding under, but I love shop on Amazon because of their Amazon Prime, which is a fast and prompt delivery service, getting your items to you with no fuss. So the tins come for £4.68. The total price for these 4 tins came out to £18.72. I had a promotional discount at the checkout. I don't know for what reason, but I ended up paying £16.85 for a total of 4 tins. I use these tins very well. They are anodized, PME anodized cake tins. These are the 4-inch deep ones. They bake well, and my experience with them has been greatly positive. You would find throughout my videos that I do recommend them, and quite frankly, that has been my experience with them. So you may also want to try that. And if you've used them before and have had great experience, you can leave your comments in the comment section. The next box is a whole range of items for cake decorating. These are more cake materials and tools instead of ingredients. And I bought these items from an online retailer, which is Windsor Cake Craft. They are an online retailer that I have used for a long time since I started my cake making business. And this time my experience was no different. They do run a special offer for orders over £50, which means you get free delivery. This delivery was done by DPD. If your orders are over £50, you get a free delivery. Normally, I don't risk it because I sometimes just under the assumption that if I went for free delivery, my delivery may not be prioritized. Hence, I may not be able to receive it on time, especially when I am making an order for cakes that are due in a very short time notice. So even with the free delivery for items over £50, which I normally do shop for items over £50, I still do pay for the special delivery for next day service or next 2 days working service, which ranges from anything between £5.99 and £7 if you like. And my delivery experience has been great if I use that. So this time the items I needed were not like urgent, so I thought I will try the free delivery service, and it wasn't as prompt as I would have expected. More so because I am used to getting my orders like 2 days delivery service. This time it took 4 days, 4 working days, but it's not bad. Small violin or first world problems. But let's get into it and see what exactly is here. We have a bulk of 10 11-inch cake drums. They are sold 5 per bulk, which is £4.45. So I bought 2 of the bulk of 5, which totaled £8.90 for the 10. So these are 11-inch cake drums, which would be used as a setting for which cake will be sat on. The next bulk item from Windsor Cake Craft is a box of 25 10-inch boxes for cake delivery. So these are bulk. They come in a box of 25. So they are the 10-inch. Okay. They are the 10-inch by 10. So they are 10 inches per box and 10 inches high, which means you could put tall cakes in here. This came at a special price of £24.99 for 25 boxes. So essentially, this is what the 10-inch by 10 looks like, and it can be covered. Let's have a look. My cakes normally are 7 inches high, and that is before any other toppers are added. So these are quite handy. Oh, okay. So Windsor Cake Craft, the 10-inch by 10-inch in height. So it's 10, 10, 10. So 10 inches this way, 10 inches that way, whatever that means. But you know, you have 10 inches, the box of 10 inches and 10 inches high for your taller cakes. I don't know if this is really tall or tall enough, because you can imagine if I had a 7-inch cake and I had toppers, would I be able to cover it? Well, maybe I'll have to use it and then I'll come back and tell you my experience with these. But because they came at a discounted price of £24.99, I couldn't help but buy it. So let's see what it is like. Next time I use them, I'll come back and tell you all about it. These are the box of 12 cupcake cases. I bought 6 of those. They retail at £1.45, and 6 of those came to a total of £8.70. These are the 11-inch by 6 inches high. 10 of those to match the earlier cake drums. In the same box, there are 6 cupcake holders or cupcake boxes. They retail at 79 pence, and for 6 the price came up to £4.74. What I just found is they are obviously the ones you insert, but for some reason the insert, it's slightly different, because obviously these are the 6 insert, but when you flip the other side, the same insert serves for 12 mini cupcakes. That's quite interesting. I've never had this before, so I don't know what's happened, but hopefully it should still work the same. The next bulk of items from Windsor Cake Craft is this bulk purchase of 12-inch square cake drums. To match that is 5 12-inch cake boxes. It's the 12 by 6, and they retail at a price of 77 pence, bringing the total price to £3.85. Next item is this bulk buy of 10 5-inch cake drum. They will serve the simple purpose of sitting underneath a cake during the decoration process. It helps with handling, transfer, and moving the cake around. They were 70 pence each, and for the 10, that was a total of £7. A few other items from Windsor Cake Craft is this bulk buy of 106-inch cake cards. Quite frankly, I can't find the receipt for these items. I went back online to check, but it has since sold out, and there is no price indicated on there. I'm not sure if it's because it's discontinued, but in future research and find out the price for these, I will let you know. But these are the 6-inch bulk of 100 cake cards. They sit underneath the cake and makes handling and transfer much easier. Same for these ones, which are 100 for 7-inch cake cards as well. So of all the items, these are the two that I can't seem to trace the price point. But they came at a very reasonable price, hence why I bought those. I remember, because at my local cake decorating shop, these can be a bit expensive to buy. I think in the past I bought them for 70 pence each, but for 100 they were way cheaper for what I needed them for. So these will serve me well. So moving on, that's the end of my online shopping items, which from buying to delivery has been a great and positive experience with some great prices too. But I also went to my local shop, which includes Tesco, Morrison's, and some other places. So let's get straight into those items very quickly. So I did go to my local Hobbycraft, where I picked myself a few items for cake decorating. So this is a 12-inch cake dummy. It is for the purpose of making display cakes, or I tend to put sugar flowers on a dummy when I'm working on them. So this is for that dual purpose, if you like. And this came for £6. It would have been cheaper online, but this is an impulse buy, as you would know. I go shopping with a list, come home, and I'd forgotten about the real items I went shopping for, and then end up with random bits in my bag. But the stuff I bought this time were not all random. This was the only random item, which is the cake dummy for £6. I also picked myself the baked in salted caramel cupcake kit. This in Hobbycraft retails for £4 per box. I would find out at my local Tesco that the same item retails for £2.50. So I wasn't very best pleased. So maybe next time someone needs to check before they pick themselves an item. But hey, now you know. So when you get to Hobbycraft, try not to pick up this particular item. Tesco retails it for cheaper. Just so you know, I told you so. And there is the Fun Cakes gluten-free sponge mix. I bought this Fun Cakes gluten-free sponge mix a while back. I bought some a while back and tried to use it. I don't think I had the best result. So I bought myself some extra ones this time to reuse and see if I can tweak things around. I would bring you a review on that. The Fun Cakes gluten-free box mix retails for £3 per 500 gram bag in Hobbycraft. I also picked myself the PME Tylose powder, a very faithful item I use a lot. Tylose powder is added to fondant as a hardening agent, so you can model items which will dry hard. I use these quite a lot because I cover my boards when I am decorating or presenting a cake. So I do add a bit of Tylose to the fondant, which would then cover the board so it dries or sets hard, and other items as well. I bought myself the Fun Cakes Deco Melt, and for the 250 gram bag in Hobbycraft, this retails for £3.50. I use these items quite a lot. I use it for the shell of my giant cupcake, and I also use it for drip cakes. So I like a very fine drip, if you like. So this item for £3.50 is not bad. I believe online, Vanilla Valley or so may retail cheaper, but you've also got to consider delivery charges as well when you shop online. So these are a general overview of the items I picked up from my favorite Hobbycraft. Next item are coming from my very favorite and loyal Tesco. There is the Cadbury Cookie Box Mix. Now this box mix I only picked up to use just so that I can bring you a review on what box mixes are like to use. By preference, I bake from scratch all my baked goods, including cookies. But this is just for the purpose of bringing you a detailed information or a review on my experience of items that are retailed in local shops. Just so that if you are not so adept with your skill and you would like to learn something new, well, why not try a box mix? So I'll be trying this and would be bringing you a review of what the outcome of the bake is like. For £2.50 a box, for a box of 265 grams, I guess that's not such a bad thing. So we will put this to baking some other time, and I will let you know what the outcome of this £2.50 box mix is like. And that's from Tesco. Well, my carrot cake box is squished because I've piled a few items on it, but it's indicated as the Betty Crocker Country Carrot Cake Mix. Apparently it says 12 or makes a box, makes 24 cupcakes. Is that true? Well, we'll be trying that too, and I'll be bringing you my thoughts on this box mix as well. And this is the Betty Crocker Country Carrot Cake Box Mix. Makes 24 cupcakes or a serving of 12 slices. So we'll see. But for 425 grams, this retails for £2.50 as well in Tesco. So I don't suppose that is bad. Imagine 24 cupcakes for £2.50. Well, if we take out the baking time and other incidentals, well, I guess you got yourself a bargain. But don't take my word for it. The last bit of item are these glass kitchenware items I bought myself from my local Morrisons. I have a funny story to share about these items. I actually went to Morrisons to pick some kitchenware because I had seen them earlier on a special price, except this time when I got into Morrisons, the special price offer had run out and these were retailing at standard price. Well, nonetheless, I thought I'd pick myself a few items as I had listed to pick up. Except when I got to the tills, the lady scans my item and she gives me a grand total of the items. And in my mind, I'm like, something ain't right with this one. But I really wasn't sure. So I thought, okay, I'll let her finish. And normally, when I go shopping, I don't check my receipts. I never do. Well, this time it changed because sometimes when you bought something and you think the price is kind of in your price range, or you can't, it's of a certain affordable price point, only for you to scan and then be told on the receipt that it's completely different, and then you get the shock of your life, like, damn, that's bad. Well, I had that moment, so I was forced to look at my receipt, and when I did, I found out what the problem was. Well, the amount that the item sold for and how much she ended up scanning my items were completely different. Needless to say, I had to get a store manager to rectify all of that, plus all the fuss and inconveniences. I ended up being given a voucher and a little discount on the side just to appease me for the error in my receipt. But that was just a little story about shopping for just these simple items. So I'll tell you which item was the problem and which one and how it was solved. So first of the items are these measuring spoons. There are 4 of those, and in Morrisons they retail for £4. I know this on top of my head because this was part of the particular items that the lady had scanned twice, which means that the amount I paid in total increased, the story I was sharing. And this measuring cups, 4 of those were £6. So the lady who scanned my items scanned my £4 measuring spoon twice, which means I paid £8 for these and £12 for these, which should have been £6. There is a mini whisk here that in Morrisons retails for £2. These are plastic bowls. The plastic bowls are actually intended for videos. Say if I had small items that were measured already, I could be able to present them on here. And these are 4, 6, 8. 8 of those for £2. Now to the Pyrex bowls. There is the 1 litre Pyrex bowl retailing for £2.50. So I picked 3 of these, which was a total of £7.50. And then there is the 2 litre Pyrex bowl that retail for £3. A 3 litre one Pyrex bowl that was £4. A balloon whisk retailing for £3. and a pastry brush, also retailing for £3. So in essence, my measuring cup and measuring spoon was scanned twice, and instead of a grand total of £34.50, I had a total of £44.50 to pay at the tills, which nudged me to have a look at my receipt and realize the error, which was essentially corrected, and I had a refund and a voucher to appease me for the error. So these are the items I picked up in store and online. Hopefully in future videos I will be able to bring you some reviews of the edible printer, the box mixes, and the other items in between. If you've enjoyed this whole video, please leave a comment in the comment section. What's been your experience both online and in store? I am sure you would have some crazy stories to share about a time you went shopping and something happened. Well, if you are lucky to not experience anything at all, let's see what your general shopping experience in store and online has been. What's your experience with Amazon? Amazon is a worldwide delivery service and online retailer. So what's been your experience with Amazon? Recently, besides all of these items, I also purchased some equipment that I had to return, some camera stuff. And I couldn't actually locate how to sort out the returns, but eventually when I did, they were very helpful. I love Amazon, and hopefully you've had some great experiences too. But if you haven't, whatever your experience is, leave it in the comment section, and then hopefully I will try and respond to it. So that's the end of the whole video. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next.